Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to the first Time Agent vlog after Series 4. My one with Series 4. This time it is on the Time Agent fan film episode, fan episode I should say, Mortis' Mission. Made by Time Agent's #1 fan, Britty Lea, who did co-write an episode for Series 4 with Jamie Carroll, but as that never saw the light of day, this is the closest she managed to get. And it's great. It's really good. For a fan episode. Accents aside, the girls, it's an all-girl episode, so a bit like the Ghostbusters reboot, and the upcoming Ocean's 8 spin-off, not reboot, spin-off. It works, and it works, to be honest, because Time Agent's a fan film series. If it was a TV show, well, it still probably would have worked anyway. This episode takes place between Redemption of Mortis and the musical. However, it's better to watch it after seeing Judgment Day than between those two episodes, because there's stuff in this episode that that's mentioned about the stuff that happens in Series 3, largely in Downfall. In this one, Mortis has just joined and is going on a mission with Liam to find out who's using illegal time travel. Mortis discovers it's Robin from the future, so after the events of Judgment Day, so 2012, 11-12 Robin. And she, because all girls in this one, she has got a time vortex manipulator from the black market and travelled back in time, one journey, but she can't get back. So she's met up with Agent Mortis, who's investigating. And eventually she came to apologise for all the stuff present Robin would do as we saw in the rest of Series 2 and the first half of Series 3. Robin blaming Mortis for the death of his team, or in her team in this case, and attempting to kill Mortis as seen in First Contact and Downfall, before they realised who it really was, the Black Flower alien. So really, future Mortis came back in time to apologise to Mortis. Sorry, future Robin came back in time to apologise to Mortis for all the stuff that present Robin is going to do and say. Mortis accepts the apology quite well, and they drink to it. Robin's drinking, I think it's a soda, as Americans call it, or fizzy drink over here. I'm not sure which type. Probably not one we get. Whilst Mortis has one of those, well, like you used to put alcohol in, one of those flask kind of things. It's squarish thing at the top. I might put a picture in it. Like what you drink when you're away. You put, I don't know, whiskey or something in. I don't have one. I think my dad has, though. A Scout one. Eventually, Liam Liam's also been investigating, but Robin, I think, has meddled with the vortex manipulator to get her to go to a field, teleport to a field. Mortis then, they make an excuse to say to Liam about it being a gargoyle cluster, and Mortis meets up with Liam again back at base. Meanwhile, Dan the Cyborg is watering grass. Ah, she's cute in this one. Also, there's a nice little nod to this series with the nightmare stings again. I think it's a nightmare, I'm not sure. It might just be a bad dream or something. Liam has in the morning, and then Dan talks to them. Talks to Liam and Mortis. And yeah, Dan's funny in this. He brings tea whilst the girls are about to go out to investigate the time jump. Oh yeah, the pre-titles is probably the longest. If this was an actual episode, it'd probably be the longest pre-titles of the series, aside from Point of No Return, which is about just over 6 minutes, I think. And that's not including a previously. This one includes the kind of introductory stuff they have at the start of Series 2's episodes. Stuff Liam is talking about, similar to the one of Series 1, that's the We Are the Time Agency one. This one's the one team against all odds one. And they even shoot their own little clips for the introduction and for the titles and for the next time trailer. Oh yeah, this one has a next time trailer for what would have been the musical. So before we get to that, we kind of see Liam writing up a report. Mortis saying that she'll write a report on the gargoyle cluster, and then we kind of see something's up. So Liam has to grab her hat and run out, and this would lead directly into Liam's mission with the invisible fire-breathing dragons scene in the musical, and then that would lead to the events of the rest of the episode with the fairy. So it's leading quite nicely, and the next time trailer features the girls doing their own clips for the episode, including having the hat as they film the clips. And yeah, they do a really good job with it. So overall, Mortis' Mission, or Time Agent Series 2 Episode 3.5 Mortis' Mission, as it's called, which is, the channel is NarwharlScar if you want to have a look, but it's probably better going to the Jamie Carroll reaction video on his channel, Carroll13, and then just clicking a link below. I think that vlog was actually his latest video, and then looking on it. And there's also Britty Lea's channel where you'll see some of the bloopers. They're funny, and the behind the scene rap, and a little teaser for it. So yeah, it's a shame this is just a one-off. I mean, it is a Christmas special that they decided to make. But it's a shame it's just a one-off. It didn't become a fan series. They didn't decide to make fan episodes taking place at some point in the series. Say they did a series 2. They didn't have more fan episodes between Redemption of Mortis and Nightmare Forest. I say that because between Nightmare Forest and Best Kept Secret was literally 12 hours or so. They could have a quick mission, I suppose, but most of the stuff would be. Well, without Mortis, they could go from not Point No Return, from new member to Nightmare Forest. With Mortis, it'd be from Redemption of Mortis. They could do other stuff. They could have done stuff before, during, and after Series 1, and around before specials, during specials, and after specials. Series 2 I've just done. Before Series 3, they can't do within Series 3. They could do after Series 3. They could do. One of my ideas was the Series 4 adaptation. As Series 4's not been put out, someone could do Series 4 fan film series. Hey, if Torchwood can do audio Series 5, people can probably make their own Time Agent Series 4 fan films, as the official thing never came. So I think they could have done some more, as it's a bit of a shame, but what we got was a great episode. It's a great little one-off. I'm going to go with 8 out of 10 because it's a great story. They really tried so hard and put a lot of effort. It could have been a little bit longer. There could have been a bit more happening, but for what it is, it works and it's very well. The girls are great as acting. Britty plays Mortis. I think it's her sister Jess Amber as Robin. Her younger sister Nikhil as Dan, and their friend Carly Miller as Liam. That's it. I think maybe some other people for behind the scenes, but just those girls for the cast. A bit like, again, for Series 1, where they just had 4 or 5 people in the cast. Yeah, it's a pretty great fan film of a fan film, fan episode of a fan film series. And whilst it's a shame more didn't get made, it's still a great one-off on its own and still a brilliant episode. Thank you for watching. The next review/vlog will be Madness Who, which will be an actual review and will be followed by The Ultimate Conflict. Again, will be an actual review, and then we'll move on to the spin-offs and the other unofficial episodes. The game, The Lone Flower, which would have been which is a deleted episode. If was up, it still would count, I suppose, because like Liam's Lessons are special, although a deleted one at that. And Chasing Flower Ants, again, that was unfinished. And those, but then again, if those two were up, they would go up. Oh, apparently the game takes place between Memoirs of the Lost and the Fallen Hero, and I thought it was Earth's Guardians to Memoirs of the Lost. Would have made more sense, but oh well, I'll go with it. So I'll do those ones and the spin-offs after Madness 2 and Ultimate Conflict, and at some point after that and the spin-offs, I will, Dan the Cyborg and Dan's Diaries, I will do the Time Agent Series 1 to 3, including the 2009 specials and Liam's Lesson ranking lists. The list of each series, episodes of each series, and the ranking list of all 22 episodes. So Series 1 ranking, 2009 specials ranking, Series 2, Series 3, overall. And both Series 1 and overall will include Liam's Lessons. But will not include the Lone Flower Alien, which could have been if it was still up, I suppose. Game and Chasing Flowers probably wouldn't count. So that's it for Mortis' mission. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.